Cześć! Dzień dobry, to znowu my. Teraz pokażemy wam, jak zrobić makaron.
Nie znowu, bo wcześniej nas nie widzieli.
Okay, so sit down. Okay, so this has always been my dream to make a cooking blog, but not an ordinary one, but a philosophical one. So today we are going to do some philosophy and make nice pasta for our bouillon. We've got some very decent flour here. It's very important to have good ingredients, but of course, you know, since we are all screwed up and locked in our homes, it's not easy to get one. So just, you know, don't stick to the idea of being too perfect right now. Maybe this is not the right time to be perfect. Now I am perfect. So this is the flour and some decent, nice free-range eggs, and then first of all, the right measure. So it's very simple. 1 egg for 100 grams of this. I have 7 eggs, so I need 700 grams, and it's not 700. How much is it?
Mamo, prawie tylko nie widać.
So it's 600. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, should be about right. And now, let's think about creatio ex nihilo. Very well known concept of medieval Western philosophy. So, you know, usually the cosmologists, Western cosmologists, say that there is no sense, and actually there is no use of asking what actually was before the Big Bang. Yes, you can go. Tak. So, you know, it's very hard to imagine. So there is this nothing, and then you have, boom, Big Bang, and the universe starts its expansion. And then, you know, it's expanding and expanding and expanding, and here we are, right now in this kitchen as one of the side effects of this expansion. So, you know, the medieval philosophers would usually think, because it was not also easy for them to imagine that this powerful, omnipresent, almighty, divine entity, God, created the world out of nothing, created the universe out of nothing. So, as Jim Holt would say it, he actually said that it's God plus nothing equals the universe. So, you know, I think that from the point of view of everyday cooking and all this necessary and very modest stuff, all these women working in kitchen had been doing throughout centuries. This just doesn't seem right, okay? Because if you want to make your pasta, you need these two basic ingredients. So you cannot make your pasta out of nothing. Or you can imagine the very beginning of the universe. Right. As a breaking of a cosmic egg, right? So here we have a very decent cosmic egg, and let's just imagine that this egg is the very beginning of the universe. So it's like this, and bang, and then we have this cosmic hole here, nothing, simply nothing, and the egg number 1. Actually, it would be, you know, very elegant to think that the world and the universe was created out of one egg, which just boom, exploded. But actually, who makes pasta out of one egg and 100 grams flour? Even if you are a single person, it just doesn't seem right. So we add another egg, and then, you know, it's like think about it as a kind of a volcano or something like this. Okay, then the egg number 3, bang. And the egg number 4.
Mamo, wyleje się.
Wyleje się? No trudno.
Trzeba dosypać. To prawo, ja dotknęłam surowego jajka.
Nie dotykamy
Nie,
surowego
dotknęłam
jajka.
noża.
Don't let the kids actually
Ale to mnie dotknęła, więc
touch
odkrywać oczy.
the egg. So, you know, there is a number of interesting questions from the point of view of a feminist critic of traditional philosophy, traditional
O, wylewa się.
medieval and modern philosophy. Like, for example, were the kids present at the very beginning of the universe, right? No, of course, the traditional philosophy
Mamo, ja wcześniej zatykałem te dziury.
would deny. So, you know, it's very easy to screw up the universe, right? But don't worry, you are not a god. It's enough when you are a goddess, right? So,
Mamo!
okay, don't touch this. Don't touch this. And now, you know, very important moment, probably something which could have happened at the very beginning of the universe. So, you know, you need to be very, very super quick right now. You know, imagine that you are a snail or a tortoise which is chased by a rabbit or Achilles or somebody like that. So even if you are phlegmatic, go wash your hands, Frania. So even if you are a very phlegmatic person like I am, you have to be super, super quick right now. So this is me being super quick. Right? Have you washed your hands?
No.
No? Why not? So, you know, for so many years I've been teaching the history of philosophy, and I've been teaching my students, for example, the arguments for the existence of God, or all these cosmological theories, or theodicy, stuff like that. But, you know, if you look at this through the...
Dałam sobie tego, żeby kawałki.
Okay, I will.
Już pachnie pysznie.
Już pachnie pysznie. If you look at this, thank you, through the perspective of making pasta dough, and you can imagine that at the beginning of the universe there was a goddess, right? And this goddess, there was the goddess, and the goddess actually decided to take some cosmic dust, which is the flour, and then to take an egg, which is the very beginning of life. Right? So this is a very nice metaphor. I think that all cosmologies are actually metaphors. This is all we can do when we think about the universe. No? Okay, so Marysia says that there is too much of this cosmic dust here, and this is actually not true.
Mamo.
So, you know, the very beginning of creating the universe doesn't have to be very encouraging, right? Because, you know, right now it doesn't look like actually this something could become tasty pasta. But at this point it's very important not to give up. Don't give up. Never. Especially when you make pasta. Right? So, actually, you know, this is a very good moment. This is a very good... yeah, moment. To meditate, for example. Okay? Specifically if you don't have kids around you. If you have kids around you, it's actually not possible to meditate, but you can imagine yourself meditating in this very moment of your life. And if you are not able to meditate, just like me, but it's easy, you know. All you need to do is just to focus on the dough and making a nice pasta out of it. Yes, thank you. So we add this. So if you can't do it, just think about all the generations of women who spend their time in the kitchen making pasta for the families of your ancestors. Once I'm done with the dough. Okay, if you don't want to stay here, you can go and play for 5 minutes.
Yeah?
Do you want to go and play for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, Ranio, idź się pobawić przez 5 minutek i zawołam was, okay? You want to be here with me? You want to stay here? Yes?
Zostać cię oglądać.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, son. So, think about all these women. Think about all these generations of women. Think about your ancestors, grandparents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, and so on and so on and so on. So, you know, unless you have an aristocratic background, or you come from a wealthy bourgeois family, there is a huge chance that the women in your family did this every Sunday or every Saturday or every Friday. And for them, probably it was like the creating of the universe anew, right? Because the universe
Monetka.
is something
Wow.
from the perspective of the kitchen which needs to be renewed every Friday, every Saturday, or every Sunday, right? Think about the time they spent in the kitchen. Think about their sweat. Think about their tears, especially when they didn't feel well. There were no excuses, unless you were, you know, literally dying. You just had to do it, right? Everybody, be it your master, your owner, or your husband, or your father, and the kids, and the grandma. Everybody was waiting for the pasta. So you just had to do it, you know? So this is also a very good starting point for the discussion of the famous Leibniz question. Thank you, Franek. Namely, why there is rather something than nothing. Right? Well, for most of you, this is just, you know, another
Mamo, mąkę ci dałem.
not very, thank you, not very relevant philosophical question. But actually it's a good question. And when you try to answer this from the point of view of your kitchen, then you may change your optics, right? Because you have to look at this through very different lenses, right? So, you know, there is a very good answer to that question. How? I don't know, right? And actually, I think that this question is very unappreciated. And underrepresented. I just don't know. Well, some of you may say that this is just like, a typical common sense answer. Okay, so I just washed my hands partly in order to get rid of the dried stuff, but also because I just wanted to add a few drops of water, which, as you can see,
Mamo, posypię ci na to.
makes
Mamo, posypię
this,
ci na to.
oh, thank you, thing much easier. So, yeah, a typical common sense answer. I don't know. And by saying that you don't know, you do not necessarily may mean I don't care. Right? I'm very attached to
Mamo, posypię ci na to znowu.
Thank you.
mleczko.
this famous sentence by Socrates that the unexamined life is not worth
Oś, mam trochę mleczka.
of living.
Ciurasz?
Yes. Of course it's not. But then the question is, what do you actually mean by life? What do you mean by things which are, worth of your examination? Yes? I mean, why is it so exciting for hundreds, 2 minutes, and hundreds of philosophers and scientists to answer this question? From the very beginning of the universe.
Myszka jest w mące.
Because we just want to know, where do we come from? And I can understand that question, posing that question from a psychological point of view. But the truth is, or the truth may be, that the universe doesn't give, yes, right? So the universe doesn't care, right? Okay, kids, what do you think? Is it ready? Marisha, what do you think about it? Do you think it's okay? Or maybe I should be a little bit quicker right now, because I've been talking and talking and talking, and now I have to just speed it up. Yes, because, if the universe was really created...
Dać ci trochę mleczko?
Nie, dziękuję. By a goddess, it's a good thing actually to break it, part it like this,
Mamo, ty będziesz potrzebować...
and then
To mi powiedz, dobrze?
once again. So the whole point, going back to our pasta duff, is to
To punkt.
let in as much air as you can, right? And I think it's actually a very good idea to make it during this horrible pandemic, quarantine, COVID times, because before that, most of us have been searching the web for recipes which are super quick, like, super quick pasta, super quick rice, super quick bread, or super quick and easy whatever. And right now it all has reversed. So right now we should actually look for recipes like this one, right? How to make pasta in 1 hour. How to make as complicated spaghetti sauce as it is possible. Really? Okay, so you know, and this is a very good moment for your kids, if you have them, if you've been blessed by the goddess, to actually let
To tak możemy się już bawić.
them do it. Okay.
Możemy się już bawić tutaj.
Thank you, Franio.
Graj.
So they are playing.
Tata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the kids play.
Yep. Hey. Yep. Pa.
Let the kids be brutal at this point.
To tak zróbmy coś mega.
Uda.
Yes! Very good. Okay. Mogę dostać kawałek?
Idź.
Ah.
Idź.
So, actually, the longer you make it, the better it is going to be.
Chodzi. Ania.
Don't cut your fingers, okay?
O, ja.
Yes. And this is actually a...
Ej, oddaj. Wszystko podskakuje. Patrzcie, ktoś podskakuje.
Wiecie co? Ja myślę, że to jest bardzo dobry moment, jak na przykład ktoś jest zły. Prawda? Na przykład jest zły na koronawirusa. I
Ja jestem zła na koronawirusa.
no i wtedy można sobie wziąć takie ciasto i powiedzieć: a ty! Koronawirusie! Ale Franio, ciasto musi być cały czas w ruchu, bo jak nie jest w ruchu, to zaraz zasycha. Cały czas międlimy ciasto. Mogę?
Dobra.
Cały czas międlimy ciasto.
Ja nie tego wykręcam.
Okay, so at this point you cannot just go for a smoke
Ja robię sobie takie.
and let the dust on the table
I
because, like the universe, it has to be in motion all the time. So, you know, it's like a workout. You just cannot stop it before because you're tired. Or even better metaphor, it's like giving birth,
O, patrz, to się otworzyło.
right?
O!
You cannot just stop it because you're tired. You cannot say, okay, give it a rest, give me a rest. I just, you know,
patrzcie na moje pierogi. Ej!
go for a
Oddaj.
coffee and take a nap. And then I will give.
Ja wezmę sobie nowy nóż.
Okay, macie jeszcze chwilę.
Teraz. Zrobię sobie tylko takie małe wcięcie,
Mhm.
żeby mi było łatwiej.
Mhm.
Zrobiłem sobie takie pokrojenie, żeby mi było łatwiej.
No
rozciągać.
dobra, ale teraz musisz zrobić z tego kulę. Wiesz? Tak jak ja.
A to, ale moje się nie da.
Nie? Chcesz moją kulę?
Tak.
Dobra, zamienimy się.
A ja robię plastek.
Ciasto cały czas musi być w ruchu,
Ciasto cały czas musi być w ruchu.
inaczej zasycha.
Inaczej zasycha. Bardzo dobrze, Fraj.
Kula, ja pa.
I mam.
Kleiło się od tego.
No to dobrze.
I zlało się na moją rękę.
Aż kurka, bo tu zostało trochę. Okay, so nobody's perfect. Not even me. Ach,
Mama, ty ciasto możesz mi zabrać.
dobra, powiedzcie, na co jeszcze jesteście źli? Czego nie lubicie?
Ja nie lubię.
Co byście chcieli tak?
Ja bym chciała tak złych ludzi.
Złych ludzi. Złych ludzi. Bardzo dobry
Ale
pomysł.
złodziei.
Wyobraźcie sobie, że to jest zły człowiek. Zrobimy złego człowieka z tego. Czekajcie.
Tak.
Przypomina wam kogoś? Tada! I teraz uwaga, bierzemy tego złego człowieka i masz!
I patrzcie, co ja mu robię.
Ja!
Dobra,
Pa.
za chwilę kończymy.
Pa.
Musimy teraz złożyć to w jeden kawałek.
Ja już składam z twoim.
Ale ja jeszcze nie skończyłam
Dobra, Marysia.
mojego dzieła.
Daj mi, bo musimy to teraz odłożyć
To
na
musi
chwilę.
być jeszcze trochę bąki.
Okay, so in the Bible, you know, we can read in Genesis,
Teraz modeczki trochę.
in one of the versions of Genesis, that after 6 days, God decided to have a rest, right? So it's exactly the same thing with the pasta metaphor, even assuming that the goddess made it. So,
Marysia, ciasto musi cały czas być.
Marisha, may I have your piece? Please, I
Just-
need it.
Mamo, ciasto musi być w ruchu.
May I have it?
Cały czas. Ej, a
Marysia?
patrzcie, zrobiłam mu taki super wzór moim
Poczekaj,
nożem.
pokażę do kamery. Okay. Don't do this. Unless you have kids, of course. Okay, can I have it?
Jest.
Mamo,
Thank you.
ciasto cały czas musi być w ruchu.
Yes. So, you know, after this the dove needs to have a rest, just like the goddess, right? So we just put it into
Mama,
a...
chciałabym na tym porobić wzory.
Teraz nie, później. Into a vessel. Like
To
this one.
później będę mógł zrobić moje własne ciasto
Tak.
z różnych rzeczy.
A może z kupci?
And then
Będę mogła.
you cover this. And then you can actually go for a smoke. I mean, don't smoke. Okay, done. You can go for a short walk. No, you shouldn't go for a walk. just okay. Do whatever you want.